Hello everyone and welcome to the first unboxing for this YouTube channel. I don't normally post unboxings, but this will be the first one, and this is a doozy because it's for the Final Fantasy Collector Booster box. I am an MTG ambassador, so this is something they sent me. I got a single Collector Booster box from them, so nothing too crazy. I mean, they sent me some of the other cool stuff like Commander decks and that, but I wanted to open this for the YouTube channel. I am also streaming this, so if you hear me talk to people on chat or whatever, that's going to be a thing, but I'll try to go pretty quick because I know everybody likes to just see stuff. In terms of prices, we're not going to be talking about prices of cards or anything like that because this is we're recording this, we're streaming it, I guess, before pre-release, and so all that stuff is just kind of crazy. We're not going to get into it. So, but for those of you that are unfamiliar with collector boosters, this is like the premium version of the Final Fantasy stuff. It is one of the pricier boxes you can get, and you can go do your own research on what these are going for right now. But they've been going up a little bit. These are fun because you can get a serialized card in them. Some of the crazy stuff you can get are the Chocobo cards. That are in special ink treatments or serialized. It's very unlikely we'll get one, but if we do, it'll be very exciting. I know a lot of people who are watching this are potentially big Final Fantasy fans, so it's kind of cool. If you're not familiar with Magic, maybe you can check that out. But yeah, so pre-release is this weekend. You can go find, maybe your LGS still has a spot. If not, maybe they have some product or something you can get if you want to check it out. Yeah, let's take a look at this. Yeah, so this is not 36 packs. Collector boosters come in 12 to answer the question that I see in the chat. I should have emptied my trash can before this because I've got quite a few things. Okay, so first off, we have a hero token. I don't actually know in what order these packs are built, but let's see if underneath what we have. Okay, we have a first rare. We have our first rare, and it is none other than a foil Golbez Crystal Collector Borderless. This is a pretty cool card. A buddy of mine is actually trying to build this for the MagicCon Vegas in a couple weeks, so he's going to be really excited whenever he sees that I got this, because I will be able to pass that over to him when the time is right. Skeptic Hair, thank you for the Prime. Next up, we have a uncommon. Okay, so this is a reprint. They have these reprint slots where you can get some cool stuff that have, they're like existing cards, but they have new art that is inspired by, or in some cases even like screenshots or concept art from the game, or the different games, because this is all the Final Fantasies from 1 through 16. And yeah, this is Strixhaven Stadium. But it looks like oh, by the way, the other thing that you can kind of tell that's cool and neat, I don't know if this is getting picked up or not, but here at the bottom here they have a thing that lets you know what game this is from. So this is Final Fantasy X, the Blitzball thing. All right, next up we have Cloud in the extended art. Not foil, but this is still going to be cool for somebody who wants to like get a nicer version of their commander card, because this is the face commander for the Cloud deck. Lightning. I really enjoyed 13, even if I didn't beat it. I think Lightning is just one of the coolest characters from a like design standpoint. Sorry, I'm trying to get the light at my desk to let you guys make sure you can see and read the cards and all that stuff. Moogle's Valor. So for people that like Moogles, this is a great way to put a ton of indestructibility on existing cards, because the Moogles come in to save the day. This has been a good pack. We've gotten a lot of rares. Machinist's Arsenal. Job select, new mechanic from the game. Or in the game, you create a 1/1 hero token and then you attach this. So it's very similar to like Living Weapon and stuff for people who've done that. Pretty good pack. Very, very solid pack, as Mac A says. The borderless art lands in this set, really, really great. This is Final Fantasy VII featuring Seventh Heaven. I'm gonna set aside. Okay, so this is new to Final Fantasy. We have the summons. Summons are sagas for the people who've done that, but they're also creatures, which is pretty neat. And they're all based off of the summons that you can get in the game. So yeah, the fat the fat Chocobo. I think the art on this is just super great. Thank you, Old Blind Guy, for the resub. We won't go through all the commons and uncommons, but we'll try to go through them pretty quickly. Again, sorry, I'm trying to get this glare to manage here. Maybe I can set the camera into autofocus or something. It was working fine until I went to go stream this. Vanille is from Final Fantasy 13. So cool to see her represented here. As I change the autofocus a little bit here, see if we can get this better. Okay, there we go. Ah, that's so much better. Okay. Or maybe it won't be. Maybe I need to just fix it. Side quests, they have all these side quest cards in here, which is pretty neat. You know, for those that have played a lot of JRPGs and Magic, you're very familiar with the concept of side quests. Self-destruct. Nice little way to do a bunch of damage to a bunch of stuff. Tonberry, very iconic Final Fantasy character. I think they did a really good job with the flavor in this. Blitzball shot. We got a lot of Final Fantasy X stuff with the Blitzball stuff. The Strixhaven Stadium is Lucas Stadium, Bard's Bow, and then Thunder Magic. I really like this. So they did these tiered magics, which are based off of the magics in Final Fantasy games. Thunder, Thundara, Thundaga. So kind of neat. Cool to see lightning on there. Yeah, I feel like this was a lot of 10 and 13. So yeah, I need to figure out a better organization system, but we'll do it like this. Let's see. Cernus answered a question if somebody anything as good as Wild Dogs. Yeah, I think there are some cards as good as that. Old Blind Guy, I just noticed you're over on YouTube, but you came over to Twitch to drop us up. I appreciate it. Ooh, 500 bits from Lucky Draw. Travis, thanks for all you do for the LCS community. I mean LTA. Yeah, thank you. Good one. This hero token is crazy. I actually haven't noticed this. The foiling on it is super cool. This is an FF14 hero token, but even the tokens look cool. All right, we got a rare. Kuja. Hello. The villain from Final Fantasy IX, which might be my favorite Final Fantasy. I think it is. I'm actually just borrowed a Steam Deck from Mark so that I can go replay it while I'm traveling tomorrow. Really cool to see Kuja. Kuja transforms. Ooh, we have... Okay, I have to show you what's underneath first, but... that's funny. We got two Golbezes. I guess my buddy can pick between the two. This is the Amano art. So Amano, very famous Final Fantasy artist who's done some art for this set. But here's the Kuja transformation. So for those that are curious about what he transforms into. I'm not going to be reading all of the cards just because we would take a very long time on this. Hey, we got a mythic. We got a mythic underneath this. Oh, this is Golbez. Sorry, I messed up. These are two different Golbezes because this is in the reprint slot. So we have Golbez Crystal Collector. This is Golbez as Sir Conrad the Grim. So this is one of the reprints of an existing card. But now people who want to have Sir Conrad can use Golbez instead from Final Fantasy IV. Absolute Virtue. The spell can't be countered flying, and you have protection from each of your opponents. So kind of cool commander card. We'll see if it sees play. I mean, 8 is a lot. This is a Final Fantasy 11. Final Fantasy 7. Hey, have you guys ever heard of Aerith? She's pretty cool. This is the, I believe in the commander deck, right? No, she's not. This is actually in the main set because it's FIC. But yeah, this card's pretty good. Coin of Fate from Final Fantasy VI. Really cool art on that. And we have a rare in Venat, Heart of Hydaelyn. Whenever you cast a legendary spell, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. I wonder if this goes in Joda decks. Do they cast those cards or do they just play them? And you can transform Venat, who I'm less familiar with, into Hydaelyn the Mother Crystal. Indestructible. At the beginning of your combat in your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature you control until your next turn. It gains indestructible if that creature is legendary. Draw a card. So yeah, it just goes into legendary. Oops, spoiler. FIC is the commander set. Yes, that is correct. I was wrong. I was wrong. Thank you for gut checking me. FIC is the commander deck. So this Aerith is from the commander decks. I should know this. Here's a beautiful mountain. Good to see you, Dom, in the chat. And then we have Finn. This is actually going into a new deck that I built around Farrakha. I had opened in a play booster, I think, the non-foil version of this, but Fang from Final Fantasy 13. Ooh. Reno and Rude. I know many people with whom these are some of their favorite characters from Final Fantasy 7. And Rufus. Oh, wow. What are the chances? That's pretty cool. For people who know, they know. Thank you, Yellow Dog Jack, for the Prime. The Crystals Chosen from Final Fantasy 3. Samurai's Katana. Ice Flan, very common enemy within the Final Fantasy universe. Iron Giant. And Galacat. Pretty cool packs so far. Mac J says, wow, these packs are so good and the Final Fantasy collab is so cool. The art is great. Does Fang have art on the other side? Oh yes, he does. I'm sorry. Fang, because Fang merges with, is it Vanille? Or, yeah, I think it's Vanille. And they merge together into Ragnarok. Did I open the other Vanille? Hang on, let me just double check. I don't think I did, but let's... No, okay. Unless it's uncommon. Oh, I guess Fang is uncommon, so maybe I did. No, okay. Oh, wait. We did! Aha! There we go. Wait. Is this correct? It is not correct. It is not correct because they are different versions of the card, is what happened. Different art. But technically, you could merge these because they merge together. Okay. That's what happened. That's funny. Alright, we're back. Hello, Kelsey. Good to see you in the chat. Alright, we're on pack 3. Again, another great hero token. These hero tokens are fantastic. Really like them. Gilgamesh Master at Arms from Final Fantasy V. It's so interesting. I don't know yet what cards are going to be like the really, really hot ones from this. FCA. Okay. Oh, wait. This is sick. Okay, hang on. Hang on. FCA, I believe, is the reprint slot. And it has art from previous games and then like some of the artists, special artist stuff. So, and this is a mythic. So I think we might have something really cool here. All right, this I think is super cool. So this is Cloud as Najila. And I love this representation of him. The art is awesome. This is really, really cool. Non-foil, but this is a 5-color commander if you would like it to be. And yeah, this Cloud just looks awesome. So yeah, Bobby, you'll have to let me know. But this is super cool. Damn. All right, this could be it. This could end up being the best card that we open tonight. So let's find out. I guess maybe I'll sleeve this. After we reveal Emmett Selch. This is the extended art. This is from the Commander stuff, right? I'm not crazy. Where am I? Where did I put this? Here we go. We're gonna do this. Oh, Dom says no. This is from the main set. I need to remember my set codes. It's been a long day. Please sleeve the absolute virtue. Okay. Oop. Okay, I only dropped a hero token. I'll sleeve a few of these. I was trying to get through this quickly because we are pitting this on YouTube, and I know people aren't going to want to spend a ton of time on it, but Kuja, and then let's do this Golbez. Commander stuff has the Chocobo stuff on it. Okay, cool. I should know this. They sent me a really nice slide. I'm an ambassador. What am I doing wrong? Okay. So, we're back to good old Emmett. Interceptor. Shadow's Hound. Lock Treasure Hunter. My buddy Joel, I think, had this as his preview card. I believe it was this one, or maybe he had a Demir one. This is Commander, because you can tell because of the Chocobo symbol. That's the trick, by the way, if you guys want to know. Matoya, Archon Elder. This is from Final Fantasy XIV. And here's our beautiful land from Final Fantasy X. Really, really cool. I love the islands. Yeah, the lands and this stuff are great. They gave me a bundle as well, so it's been really nice to be able to start to put some of those lands in this stuff. Ultimecia, for people who, for the people like Dom in the chat and myself who are, yeah, by the way, not I Will Dominate, different Dom, who are Final Fantasy VIII stands. Sorry, the glare is a little crushing there. Lionheart, another Final Fantasy VIII card. Final Days, Snow, Undercity Diorite, Magic Damper. Ooh, this is cool art. I like this. And then Black Mage's Rod. This card is pretty neat, actually. All right. Ooh, Kelsey Moser in the chat. Final Fantasy fan, apparently. The first time maybe that I've opened Magic stuff on my stream that she's excited about. Another hero token. The hero tokens are great. Big fan. So here's a rare. The Darkness Crystal. Okay, so these are kind of takes on the on all the they're not gems, emeralds. What am I forgetting? Why am I forgetting the name of this? That are 3 costs that let you cast things for less, but these ones have they're 4 costs and they have a little bit of extra stuff going on with them. So, but the art on this one is sick. If a non-token creature an opponent controls would die instead of exile it and you gain 2 life, I mean, that's pretty good. Alright, speaking of Final Fantasy VIII, here's our beautiful Final Fantasy VIII reference on a Light Up the Stage. Object, Reluctant Guardian from Final Fantasy X. This is Titus's father, I believe. Titus? Ooh. The Earth Crystal. Speaking again of these crystals. We got green spells you can't cast cost 1 less. But this one cares about +1/+1 counter, so that's actually pretty big. The green listeners are not usually that big of a deal, but that one will be, I think, because of the +1/+1 counter. Final Fantasy VIII again, Zell. Genji Glove, another rare. I will say there's a lot. We're opening a lot of rares and mythics in these. And then a beautiful forest here. Summon Primal Gruno, summon Fat Chocobo again, summon Fenrir. Lots of summons in the back half of this. Paladin's Arms, yeah. Baron Error. Okay. Again, if you're watching over on YouTube, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I realize this is maybe a slower pack opening as we're kind of going through stuff and I'm talking to chat, but hopefully you're enjoying the relaxed vibes. You can have it on a second monitor, see if I freak out about anything. Glance over for the artwork that you like. Another hero token. A lot of hero tokens. Hey, another jet. Another jet. I should show you guys what this transforms into. I'm sorry. But first, I'm going to reveal to you this fatal push, this fancy fatal push from Final Fantasy V. Jet transforms into Braska's final Aeon, which Final Fantasy X people will understand, as he was Braska's guardian and eventually became Sin. Spoiler alert. Fatal push. Dion. This is from Final Fantasy 16. And I really like this treatment. This kind of like portrait treatment. You can see with these treatments that they have the name, like the visual representation of the Final Fantasy number behind it. My camera does not like all the white on this. Van Street Thief from Final Fantasy 12. Here's about scouts, pirates, and rogues. Sometimes my camera does really great things. Sometimes it's like this. Yojimbo. Another one of the saga treatments. Very cool. Ooh, a mythic. Okay, we got a mythic. Main set mythic. From Final Fantasy VII. None other than Summon Knights of the Round. So this is cool. My buddy Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, we're cool like that. This was his reveal card. He had a couple, but this was the main one that he told a really cool story about. So cool to have opened this one. I'm sure he will. If he doesn't have it already, he will be getting it soon. And then here's a nice little forest. Another summon, Esper. Zidane. Cool to see Zidane, even if he's an uncommon. Ring of Lucy. Quina. Final Fantasy 9. Sleep Magic. Instant Ramen. This was a huge hit whenever people saw this, because this was, I believe, a meme from Final Fantasy 15. Recurrent Merchant and Magic Pot. Okay, our next pack. I believe are we halfway through after this end? Yeah, so this is pack number 6. We'll be halfway through the box with this one. We're hunting Chocobos. Hope everyone's having a good time. Taking a look at these. Nice little hero token. I guess all the hero tokens must be from Final Fantasy 14, which I think makes sense because they're kind of like the heroes. Okay, we have a rare from Final Fantasy. I do like that you can kind of see when you're looking down at the bottom and you're like, oh, what did I get? You can see what Final Fantasy it's from. It's from Final Fantasy 12. Balthier and Fran. Human Rabbit. Not what you expect, you know? Here's our bonus sheet card. Another copy of Strixhaven Stadium, Lucas Stadium. Something to trade. Ooh, hang on. We have a Final Fantasy VI Mythic. And this is from the Commander set. Okay, this is cool. So Celeste is the secondary commander in the Final Fantasy VI deck. I believe you can only get... Maybe it's only the foil versions of these, but these are pretty hard to get. So, pretty neat. My computer just tried to go to sleep, but I think we stopped it. Celeste. I love that Serdy's still in the chat. Alright. Have you guys heard of Sephiroth? Oh, I should have had... You know what? If I ever open it again on stream for this set, I need to have like the Sephiroth soundboard ready to go, where I can go, Sephiroth! Sephiroth. This card's pretty cool. It's also from the Commander set. This is Summon Brynhildr from Final Fantasy 13. Another rare. A lot of rares and mythics. Ultima. Destroy all artifacts and all creatures. End the turn. Pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. If you can figure out how to cast this at flash speed, that's pretty sick. Pretty sick. Alright, and then we have one of our beautiful swamps from Final Fantasy V. Torgal. Oh, this one was the one that my buddy Joel had as his preview card. Crystal Fragments. That guy. Queen Braun from Final Fantasy IX. This is making me... I gotta go back and play Final Fantasy IX. I hope they do a Final Fantasy IX remake. I know there's some rumors around it. Blazing Bomb. Such an iconic character. monster that you fight, an adventurer's airship from FF1. Okay, so we're now more than halfway through the box. We're getting into pack 7. All right, another one of the hero tokens. I think this one is my favorite of them that I've seen so far. All right, we got a rare from Final Fantasy 15, none other than Summon Titan. I'm actually playing Rebirth right now, and I just got this summon because I went back to the beginning. Okay, here's a rare from Final Fantasy 3, and it is a mono art. So this, and it's foil, so that's pretty cool. This could be something sick. Adeline. Okay, Adeline just recently reprinted a couple different times. I think she was reprinted into Innistrad. I don't know if she was in something else last year, I think. But foil Adeline as Hero of Light from Final Fantasy 3. I will be putting this into a sleeve in a second. Hello, Natural Crunch. But first, we have a mythic from Final Fantasy 6. Wait, 7. Final Fantasy 7. I can't read. All right, this I think is pretty cool. I think this is a better hit. This has got to be a big deal. Dirt Nymph. Could you have them face the camera a bit more, please? Yeah, sorry. Whenever I face the camera, they get kind of blurry and or glary. I'm trying to... Normally things work well. Okay, I just need to balance it right here. Good to see you, Dirt Nymph. I'm sorry. So foil Cloud X Soldier. This is the Precon Commander, but I think it's really cool to get him in this treatment because you cannot get him in this treatment in the current boxes. So Bobby, thank you. Bobby is highly suggesting I sleeve this. We're gonna go ahead and sleeve it, and underneath it we have Avalanche of Sector 7. So we're very on Final Fantasy 7 theme right now. Let me go ahead and sleeve this. Make sure Cloud is nice and safe. Yeah, so this is definitely along with Celeste, which I need to also sleeve, is pretty good. I will note, Bobby, I know you're talking about how these are some of the cooler things to be getting, but Celeste is not foil. So I don't know if that changes how rare it is that I got this. We got our boyfriend. Did we open our girlfriend? Is it Tifa? Is that who you're talking about? Dirt Nymph? See, this is what I'm talking about. My camera loves to get annoying. We're good, we're good, we're good. Come on. Maybe I can tilt this further away. Nope, we need more light. Fixing this. Sorry, folks. As I went to get into this, I thought it was going to be doing better. It was so good on that COD card, and then... Foil Cloud Strike, a pose, is available in play boosters. Thank you, Dom. Only Surge Foil isn't. All right. Avalanche of Sector 7. Next up, we have a rare from Final Fantasy 4. Rosa Resolute White Mage. And boy, is it white because you can't read the card. There we go. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control against lifelink until end of turn. It's got reach. Here is a rare from Final Fantasy VIII, Squall. Squall. Final Fantasy VIII, the first Final Fantasy I played. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end of turn. When Squall deals combat damage to the player, return target permanent card with mana value 3 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. So this is another one of those. They've been doing a lot of stuff with little guys. Either little power or little mana value. That guy is my favorite Final Fantasy guy. Thanks, Sherman. Hope you... I don't know if you're still traveling, but welcome back if you aren't. Elena Danner with the Forest. Love to see it. Ooh! Vanille in the... I believe this is Strike a Pose. Is that what you're saying, Dom? I needed to refresh myself on the treatments going into this. Clash of the Icons. Side quest, raise a Chocobo. This one is very popular. I think a lot of people like this. It flips into the black Chocobo. I might have seen somebody play this the other day. Can't say who or for what. Garnet, Final Fantasy 9. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go play Final Fantasy 9. I'm downloading it to Mark's Steam Deck after this. All right, we have 5 packs to go. Oh yeah, now you can make. I think you can do the half card with Fang. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Let me go find. Vanille and first Fang. I heard somebody tell me, but in a piece of content, somebody was saying that these 2 characters were partners, but I don't know if that's true. I would like it to be true, and I'm not against it being true, but I would be surprised given the timeline of when this game came out. Maybe it's just heavily implied. They're really good friends. They're roommates. There we go. Now the art works. They become Ragnarok, Divine Deliverance. Is that canon, Jin? Because if so, that's super cool. I never played, I never got that far into the Final Fantasy 13 world. Gotcha, Kelsey. They're really good friends and roommates. We love when 2 people just become great roommates. Not to be clear, that's not what Kobe and I are. Okay, Mythic from Final Fantasy 14. Ooh, Y'shtola. All right, I am building a Y'shtola commander deck out of the precon. Unfortunately, this Y'shtola, which I would love to put in it because it's really cool art, does not work at all with what is going on in that Y'shtola precon. It's too bad, but pretty cool. The art just looks sick. The glare is rough. I gotta figure out a better solution for lighting. The glare is rough, but looks really cool. Varigoth, Blood Sky Sire. So this is that bonus sheet. There's a slot in every commander or and collector booster. This is from Final Fantasy 15 as Varigoth. Go-Go Master of Mimicry, a mythic from Final Fantasy 6. You can pay XX and copy target activated or triggered ability you control X times. You may choose new targets for the copies. This ability can't be copied, and X can't be 0. That's actually a pretty big deal. Oh, sorry. I didn't realize the text wasn't coming through. There we go. Yuna's Whistle. Final Fantasy 10. Final Fantasy 6. Esper Villagermonda. Nailed it. Speaking of Espers, Esper Origins. Also from Final Fantasy 6. It transforms into this summon. Just showing some art. The Wastes. This is cool. Is there a rare? I'm trying to remember. I've seen all the cards, but I need to remember. Is there a rare or mythic version of Shiva? She's one of my favorite summons. I think as a young lad, she was compelling. Quina. I remember playing Final Fantasy 9 with my brother, liking it so much. Fire Magic. Creature's Wandering. Summon Chocomog. Play of Judgment. There's like a bird sub-theme in this set. I have a friend that's coming by to pick something up for me, so I might have to make them wait because I'm definitely not stopping this. Okay. We have a mythic from Final Fantasy 13. Oh, okay. This is one of my favorite new cards in the set. I'm very excited that we pulled this, and I think this is my favorite art or my favorite version of the art. Come on, the shiny is too shiny. There we go. Lightning Army of One. I think this card is super sick. I want to build a deck around it or put it into a deck. I don't know, but I want to do something with it. She's a 3/2 lifelink with first strike, trample, and lightning and lifelink. But her ability, which is Stagger, says whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or permanent that player controls, it deals double damage to that instead. There's so many cool things about this card. One is she's got first strike, so like you swing in with a bunch of stuff, and she's just going to make sure that all your other stuff that comes in after first strike, like attacks at the normal speed, is going to get double damage. But you can also give her double damage, in which case or double strike, in which case like she hits, then the next one after that is doubled, but also applies a second effect of this. The other thing you can do is that it's until your next turn. So it just means that everybody else who is attacking that person on their turns before they get to yours is going to also be able to deal double damage. You can do a bunch of extra turn spell stuff, etc. Yeah, this card is just crazy, and I like the design of it a lot. I like that there's so many different ways to build it. I think the art is amazing. So very, very excited to get this card. Stroke of Midnight as Memories of Nibelhelm, a very iconic moment from that. I'm going to sleeve our lightning, though. There's some other cards that would be great to get in this reprint slot. There's so many different things. I'm not going to go through all of them right now, but we'll see. There's one Ristic Studies I think would be like the coolest thing. Kefka. So there's two Kefkas. This is the main set Kefka. The Commander Kefka is pretty crazy. You can transform this card. If you pay 8, each opponent sacrifices a permanent of their choice. And then he transforms. And he transforms into Kefka, Ruler of Ruin. Siegfried, Famed Swordsman from Final Fantasy VI. This Elder Dragon, we're just going to call it Elder Dragon. This is a commander card, by the way. You can see because of the Chocobo symbol. Final Fantasy 12, Van Street Thief. Okay, we opened one of these earlier, but who was it? I was talking to somebody who said they wanted to build Van. I think it was Dr. Lupo. Here's Swamp. Oh, okay. This is pretty cool. There are different versions of the Secret Rendezvous. Because in Final Fantasy VII, you can go on a date with a different characters in your party. And so this is one of the ones. So they have like this exact same card, but they have it with art where it's Tifa, and also art where it is Aerith, and also art where it is what's his face? Yeah. Can you confirm the pack layout? I don't know what you mean. There's mythics and rares at the front, if that's what you're asking. Barrett, thank you, Barrett. I have not been tracking what order each slot is in, Damien. Other than slot 2 is always from the reprint sheet. Through the Ages, I think is what it is. Final Fantasy Through the Ages. Zidane, side quest Hunt the Mark, Delivery Moogle. Oh wait, look at this. This is awesome. Delivery Moogle. You get a little Moogle and it delivers. A Pixie, Insomnia, Crown City. This is the new town mechanic where you can get lands that are towns. Stuck in Summoner Sanctum from Final Fantasy V. It's cool art. And I've never learned how to pronounce this. Gisal Greens. They were literally just saying it when I was playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But so I know this is an uncommon, but I wonder if like how uncommon it is because of the fact that there's like different versions of it. Because you can go on a different date with people. So that nose is too small. I don't think mine is too small. I think it's fine. You know, these toxic MTG streamers just show up in my chat, make fun of my nose. Arami says, I was listening to MTG Goldfish podcast and Krim said something about FlyQuest having an event next weekend. Well, I would say stay tuned to FlyQuest channels and my channels at 10 a.m. tomorrow for something I've been working on a lot. Hero token. I think we already got this treatment of Dion. Is it Dion or Dion? Okay, so this next card is a reprint card. A rare from Final Fantasy V. Mizzix Mastery. I like this a lot more than the art on the current Mizzix Mastery, so it's pretty cool. Summoner Sending. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile target creature card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Put a 1/1 counter on it if the exile card's mana value is 4 or greater. Fandaniel from Final Fantasy IV. Aerith! Hello, Aerith. Good to see you. I was just kidding, by the way, Darnymph. I hope you heard the joke. Yeah, this Aerith looks super cool. Like this a lot. Bobby, are you still here? I'm curious. Curious if this is one you think I should sleeve. Mythic. Okay, we got a Mythic. Nobody panic. It's from Final Fantasy XIV. Dark Confidant. Okay, now in Standard. It's a really cool version of it. I actually don't know. I don't know if the other Dark Confidant, Dark Confidant in general is just is super rare these days, or if this is like a bigger hit. I'm gonna sleeve it though. Here's a nice little planes from Final Fantasy 15 when they go on the road. Wait, Damien. Look what I opened in my first pack. My first card I showed. You weren't here for it, but I was like, wow, Damien's going to be really happy that I opened this. In fact, I'll sleeve it for you. He goes, oh, thanks. No, oh my gosh, can I trade you for that? He just goes, oh, thanks for opening my new card. Yeah, thanks, I'll have that, he says. Alright. Our plane's here. Stolen uniform. I really, I was looking at the story for Final Fantasy VI. I'd like to figure out a way to play it. I worry it's a little too dated for me. I know they did like an updated version, but it's not like super updated. This art goes crazy in foil. Holy moly. Alright, folks. We have 2 more collector boosters. I don't know when I'm going to be able to next open a collector booster, so I got to enjoy these. I don't know if we have any mods in the chat right now that know what they're doing. So I know I have some friends that are mods, but they don't know how to mod a channel. If we could get a shout out for Darnymph, who's in the chat. She's a very cool streamer. Streams MTG Arena. I've invited her to events, but she has not taken me up on it. Alright, we have Kane. Traitorous Dragoon. Thank you, Kelsey. Alright. I need a sick reprint. Give me something sick in a mono art. Okay, it's an uncommon, so it's unfortunately... It is a mono, but it's an uncommon, so I don't think this is what we're looking for. It is Counterspell. Counterspell's pretty cool. Counterspell's pretty cool. Rare from Final Fantasy VI. Espers to Magicite. Okay. I think this card is going to be huge. I think it's really, really cool. Sorry, I just realized somebody's stuck outside. This card is really, really cool, and I think it's going to be a big deal. And I believe that this will be a card that a lot of people want. So I'm very excited about it. Exile each creature opponent's graveyard. When you do, choose up to one target creature card. Exile this way. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's an artifact and it loses all other card types. For 4 mana, you get to exile everyone's graveyard that is other than your own, and you get to bring stuff back from each of them. Or no, you get to bring back 1, which is good. It's a token. Here's the other Golbez, which I don't think Damien will want as much, but it is here. Lifestream's Blessing. There's a lot of conversation about this card because your opponent can't remove your greatest power creature. It's at the time you cast it. Kind of interesting. Final Fantasy VIII card, Memories Returning. Here is a nice little mountain. Hey, another Fang. Ooh, wait! This is our first Surge Foil, I think, of the night, unless I'm blind. I've been wondering where the Surge Foils are. Surge Foil Fang. Pretty cool. Oh, Sherman is not happy with that Esper's Magicite card. We love a good Surge Foil. It is an uncommon, but we'll sleeve it. Summon Esper, Rama, Opera Song, Omega, Primal Garuda, Sephiroth's Inner. You guys ever see this art? I know that it'll almost only ever be played in limited because it's a 4 mana destroy target creature, but still pretty cool. Suplex. Weapons vendor. All right. We've got one final pack to go. Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remaster is good and on Steam. Yeah, I saw that. I might do that. No, I like drafting a lot. I play so much limited. I just mean it's a pity that because the art is so sick. It's a pity that it's only ever going to be seen in limited. All right. The Wind Crystal. Okay, we've gotten 3 of the 5 crystals. You know what's unfortunate is this next card is not the mythic or rare I need it to be. It's an uncommon. Through the ages uncommon. Okay. Nature's Claim. A little bit of pixel art. Pretty cute. Man, this guy keeps popping up. Choco! Seeker of Paradise. I'm wondering how many people are going to build this deck. This is like the Chocobo deck. The Chocobo deck. I got a couple cards for it because I thought I might do it. Actually, fun fact. I saw... You know what? I think I can say it. I saw Brian Kibler play this yesterday. Ninja's Blades. Island. Summon Fenrir. Summon Anima. Hey! This is a cool card to get because this was my preview card. I actually opened some play boosters, so I did find a copy of this already, but it's cool to just, in our final pack here, get this. Capital City, Ignis, Palam. So it's hard to tell at the end of this how well we did. I think we got some stuff I'm really excited about. Celeste, Cloud, the Foil Cloud, the Lightning I'm really excited about. Golbez, very cool for my buddy. Aerith, and then the Surge Foil Fang I think are pretty great. We had a couple other cards that we sleeved in here. Dark Confident is great. I think that the... where is it? Esper's Magicite, I should sleeve that. Because I think it's going to be a very big deal. The Secret Rendezvous is neat to get. What else? Yeah, the Stola is great. It's especially the foil version of it. Hero of Light is neat. What else? What else? What else? Just going back through everything, seeing if there's anything in particular that I'm excited about. This foil darkness crystal is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, this version of Cloud, the Nagila Cloud is great. The Kuj is cool. I mean, I think what I've learned is I really like this treatment with the sort of profile or portrait with the Final Fantasy behind them. Absolute Virtue, Gilgamesh, lots of cool stuff. So thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for allowing me to be an MTG ambassador, giving me this box to open. I'm sorry for the lighting issues we had on the cards, but we're recording that. We're streaming this over on my channel, twitch.tv/TravisGafford, and it's also up on my main YouTube channel. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. You found the Secret Magic the Gathering channel that I have that I never promote or whatever. And yeah, stay tuned for maybe some more Final Fantasy stuff, maybe some other things. I will shout out, if you're watching this now, then it is public, and I'm gonna leak it on my stream right now so that it's in this video. But on June 14th and 15th, I'm doing a big Final Fantasy tournament called Dual Land with FlyQuest. And you can go to flyquest.gg/dualland to learn more about it. But yeah, thank you so much to FlyQuest for working with me to put that on. And it's going to be really cool. So go check it out. If you're discovering this at the end of this, it's going to be a really awesome stream tournament over the course of a weekend. So yeah, thanks everyone. We'll catch you next time.